Smart growth, smart code, sustainable development. We hear these terms every day, but what do they mean and how will they change our lives? I'm Alexandra Swan, and in this short video presentation, you'll find out exactly what smart growth means to you. The term sustainable development was coined in 1987 in a report called Our Common Future, produced by the United Nations Commission on the Environment and Development. The commission was chaired by Gro Harlem Brundtland, former Prime Minister of Norway, former head of the World Health Organization, and Vice President of the International Socialists. Brundtland's findings led to the United Nations Earth Summit, which created Agenda 21. Agenda 21 calls for a profound reorientation of all human society, unlike anything the world has ever experienced, a major shift in the priorities of both governments and individuals, and an unprecedented redeployment of human and financial resources. This shift will demand a concern for the environmental consequences of every human action, be integrated into individual and collective decision-making at every level. Although Agenda 21 was too radical to ever be ratified by the U.S. Senate, it was signed by President George H.W. Bush as a soft treaty, and every U.S. president since 1992 has reaffirmed its goals. Agenda 21 has three parts: economic equality or redistribution of wealth, not only within, but also among nations, social justice, and environmentalism. Agenda 21 calls for the abolition of private property and free enterprise in favor of communal ownership and central planning. In 1995, Bill Clinton created the President's Council on Sustainability. Gary Lawrence, a Seattle planner and advisor to the Clinton-Gore Council on Sustainable Development, explained the goal of the council. He said, in some cases, local Agenda 21 is seen as an attack on the power of the nation-state. So we will call our process something else, such as comprehensive planning, growth management, or smart growth. Those are the terms by which we know Agenda 21 today. For the next 13 years, the goals of Agenda 21 advanced slowly throughout the U.S., mainly in corporate policy decisions and on a local level through metropolitan planning. Cities worldwide and throughout the United States joined ICLEI, a UN-accredited non-governmental organization which encourages cities to develop smart growth. But progress was slow because Americans traditionally prefer single-family homes and cars to the densely packed urban housing and public transportation that smart growth demands. But then something happened. The housing market crash of 2007 and 2008 opened the door for the beginning of the radical restructuring of our society needed to achieve Agenda 21. President Obama, then candidate Obama, gave us a glimpse of this in 2008 in his campaign speech in Roseburg, Oregon.
We can drive our SUVs and, eat as much as we want and keep our homes on 72 degrees at all times, and whether we're living in a desert or we're living in the tundra, and then just expect that every other country is going to say, okay, you guys go ahead and keep on using 25% of the world's energy, even though you only account for 3% of the population, and we'll be fine. Don't worry about us.
Since 2008, our government has been actively implementing Agenda 21, not just on a local level, but on a national one. Now, in his second term, President Obama is using every resource at his disposal. Federal grants to entice cities to embrace sustainability and federal agencies like HUD and the EPA to force Agenda 21 on all communities, whether they want it or not. The goals of Agenda 21 are not new. They're old-style Marxism repackaged, and they're marching across virtually every community in this country, almost completely unchecked. That's why it's so important to find out what's going on in your community. I will be posting a series of short video blogs to show you how Agenda 21 works and how it's infiltrating communities. Watch them, share them with your friends, find out about the UN companion initiatives that accompany Agenda 21. And then, when ICLEI comes to your town, you'll have the tools that you need to stand up with your fellow citizens and just say no.